We've done 10,000 of the 70,000 metres. That was completed early this year. We stopped drilling to allow us to go through the prospectus preparation and now the listing. And once that's complete, we'll be back on the ground, drilling away with a view to releasing a maiden resource in the first quarter or first half next year.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Siguiri Gold's chairman, Michael Minnesora. Michael, very good to meet you. And you're preparing for your IPO on the ASX. For all our new and prospective investors out there, tell us a little bit about Siguiri Gold and what they're investing in.
Yeah, Siguiri Gold's a special opportunity. As the name would suggest, it's a gold-focused company. It has as its strategic asset ground in Guinea, adjacent to the AngloGold Ashanti gold mine that's been operating successfully since 1998 and produces somewhere on average 250,000 to 300,000 ounces of gold every year.
And your progress with the IPO at this stage, Michael?
Yeah, we've been very pleased with the outcome of the IPO to date. We're now just waiting on the Australian Stock Exchange to give us approval for admission to a listing, and we envisage that'll come through in the next week or so.
So tell us about the potential of the company and of the Siguiri gold mine, particularly with gold above $2,500 an ounce.
One of the attractions of the project for me was it's a very simple operation. It's geologically very straightforward. The processing's very straightforward. How do we know that? We've already drilled 34,000 metres to date, and that has confirmed that we sit on the same geological structure as the AngloGold Ashanti mine, which I mentioned a little earlier. So we know the geology. We're very confident in the geology. And we know we've got about 30 kilometres of strike yet to explore. From a processing point of view, what this project, again, just like this Siguiri, the AngloGold Ashanti mine nearby, it's very much in its initial years focus on mining what we call the oxide or saprolite rock. That's really important to just keep in mind because what it does drive, it drives a low capex solution in terms of a mine, a low operating cost outcome in terms of a mine that'll be developed on the project.
And how about Guinea as a mining jurisdiction, Michael?
Yeah, Guinea, I've been going to Guinea since about 2015, involved in different projects, and I've watched the country move from being really unknown to now very quickly becoming accepted as a metals and mining destination. We see there projects like the Simandou Iron Ore Project just coming on stream next year. That's a $25 billion investment by Rio Tinto and the Winning Group. We're seeing assets like Robex's Kiniero project coming on stream in the next year or so. Predictive Discovery, which has been there for 2 or 3 years and is moving forward with a DFS and developing a gold project there. So there's a lot of activity happening there. And that's really been driven by the government is good to deal with. The country is, in my view, unlike many other African countries. There are 54 countries in Africa, and one thing I often say to people, they're all different. With Guinea, in my view, it's a very good jurisdiction to do business in.
So, Michael, you talked about drilling. You're in the middle of a 70,000-meter drill program. Do you still expect to reach your maiden resource estimate early next year?
Absolutely, Stephen. We've done 10,000 of the 70,000 metres. That was completed early this year. We stopped drilling to allow us to go through the prospectus preparation and now the listing. And once that's complete, we'll be back on the ground drilling away with a view to releasing a maiden resource in the first quarter or first half of next year. The The news flow, which is really important, I know for a lot of investors, we will be releasing results from our drilling, which was undertaken earlier this year. That'll start coming out early October, I imagine. And then clearly we'll be releasing results from our drilling program that then takes us through to the maiden resource in the first part of next year.
Well, Michael, I hope you'll keep us posted on progress, both with the drill program and also with that IPO. Thank you very much for the introduction today.